Hey guys, I'm Jared and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, we're going to be opening, unboxing and giving a review of the 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures from Neca. But before we get into that, don't forget, if you do enjoy today's video, go down, hit that like button. It does show me that you're enjoying these videos and it helps out a lot. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Now let's open these up and see what they're all about.
And I am J-Rod.
So, like I said, we have the Neca 1990, movie replicas or movie figures from the 1990. I repeated myself like 10 times there, but the movie figures from the 1990s of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So we have the set of the turtles in front of me here. So we've got Raphael, we have Mikey right there, Michelangelo, we have Leonardo, and then we have Donatello down the end here. So the 4 Ninja Turtles, we're going to crack open these boxes. We're going to open them up, do a bit of a 360, get you guys looking at them, give you a review of what I personally think of them and whether they're worth the money. So let's just start cracking into them. Let's start off down this end with Donatello. So first up, you can see here you've got the box. On the front, you've got the turtles down the front peeking out of the sewage line, popping up. Do a quick 360. So on the side there, we've just got a little bit of a close-up of Donatello and then the full figure photo down the back. On the back, we've got a couple action poses, and then down the bottom, we have the 4 turtles again doing a bit of an action pose. We will rotate. We have Donatello on the side there in a pose. So let's just crack this open so you guys can get a bit of a closer up view of this figure. And then we will chuck it on the turntable as well. Looks like one of my lights just blew. I'm not sure how much that made a difference in the video. You may have heard it, but let's just continue on. So let's see how we get this out. So I'm going to be keeping these out of box. That's pretty cool there. So we have a bit of a back art, which I guess you could use to help, pose them up on the display, which is really cool. And then inside we have the figure itself. So let's grab out Donatello to start with, and then we will grab and go through the accessories. Not sure. Probably helps if I undo the zip ties first before I try ripping him out. Alrighty. So as you guys I'll chuck it up on the turntable now so you guys can see. Really, really cool figure. You can see a lot of attention to details throughout this figure. You know, you've got really clean, details in the face, in everything. You've got details through the arms, like actual definition in the arms. They're nice, muscular figures. All the way through down to the bottom, you can see there's a lot of detail and attention to detail in the figure itself, which is really fantastic to see that they could have easily made this like a very, very minimal details, but you can see they've gone to the extent to put in all the definition, and by definition I mean definition in the legs. You've got the arm definition. The face, there's a lot of detail. Close up, you can see that there's, his eyes, it's pretty silly to say that you can see his eyes, but, the detail in the eyes, they actually look like proper eyes. They're not just, forged and, well, not forged, but a slack effort in the figure. So you can see we've got some rotation. I'm not going to be going into the full details of all of that stuff. I'm not that type of person. I'm just looking at the basic stuff to see. The legs itself bend up to a 90. Got a bit of rotation in his ankles, which is nice, which is going to help pose these things. So we have Donatello right there. Really, really cool figure. Coming with Donatello, we have obviously his weapon of choice. Let me grab this out quickly for you guys. So we have his weapon of choice right there. We have a few extra little pieces. So we have 2 different hand molds, which is really cool, which is obviously going to help with posing. If I can get them out. We also have the pizza, which I've got. So we have the pizza right there, which is really, really cool. And then we also have, which is really cool, is a different, you can switch out the, you know, the bandana. You can kind of switch it out so it looks a little bit different. So I'm assuming by the looks of it, this one here, if I can get it to go. Alrighty, so that's not going to go as easily as I thought. We'll play around with that later to make it. I've just butchered this. There we go. Play around with that later. Obviously, it's just kind of making it so it goes the other way. So you can obviously pose it in different ways. So you've got your pizza. You have your, you know, your weapon. You've got different accessories, hands, to make them kind of so you can pose them a little bit different. And overall, really cool. So I won't go into too much more detail. I will pose them all at the end, so stay tuned for that. And I'll kind of just go one by one so you can get a good look at them and see what they're all about. So next up, let's go with Leonardo. Get him out of box for you guys and do a 360. So the first kind of 360, it will just be a basic, no weapons, kind of just the accessories by their side, as you would have seen with Donatello. And then at the end, I'll have a bit of fun and see what I can do with posing. I don't think I'm an expert by any means, but we can have some fun if I can get these out. First step. By the side. So again, we have the same backing art there. We won't make the same mistake, and it doesn't even look like, yes he does. Alrighty, so let's get Mr. Donatello out. These are packaged in there. Very hard to get out, but it's not a bad thing. So let's chuck him on the turntable and see what we've got with Donatello. So again, sorry, this is Leonardo, not Donatello. Again, really, really nice attention to details. There's movement in all aspects of this. Like, you know, you can wobble his head. You've got the, you know, accessories on the back where you can put his weapons, and same with Donatello. I didn't actually mention that, so it's really cool that they've got those little details in. They don't just have to hold them, you can also pose them with their weapons in their holsters and things like that, which is really, really cool. Again, these look fantastic and very much like the movie itself, so it's really, really cool to see the details in these figures, because they're going to make an excellent piece to kind of put on display and kind of showcase, you know, if you're a lover of Ninja Turtles, it's going to be able to showcase that, you know, love, because the details so much like the movie, which is really, really cool to see. I'm a big, big fan of these, and I'm only 2 figures in. So with Leonardo, as you'll be seeing, will be his weapons, which will be on there, and you can see another spare headband, or what's the other word? Bandana. I'm not sure quite what they're called. Headband, bandana, same thing. Again, you're going to have the pizza, which has just gone flying once again. and then yeah, that's it. So all of them are going to have their weapons, spare hands, so you can, you know, utilize them doing different things, holding the pizza, holding the weapons, posing in different ways, which is really, really cool. And yeah, so far they've got the tick of approval. So really, really cool. Really happy with the first two. And now let's move on to Raphael. So like I said, I'm going to quickly try fly through these last two so we can just get to some action poses and show you guys what they're looking like as we go. So we are on to Leonardo. Again, same backing, nothing crazy there, but a really nice add to the kind of the overall purchase. As I'm getting this one out, I guess I'll explain how much they were and everything like that. So these were $49, I believe, each. So not the cheapest figure in the world, but I think overall you pay for what you get. You know, you could get like a $20, you know, figure, but not make them as well. You know, you can, like the details on these, like I've mentioned, are fantastic. You can see the detail right through the entire figure. You know, you've got details all the way through his, you know, his shell. You know, you've got a lot of detail. The feeling on that, you know, has got a nice surface to it. Like I've mentioned already, there's a lot of details in the actual, you know, the arms, the legs, everything like that, which is really cool. I'm trying to have a look at the two different ones, and it looks like, you know, they're all not just the same body and everything like that. You can see, you know, there's different, you know, spots and specks and, you know, muscles a little bit different on each one, which is really nice touch. They could have easily just made these all exactly the same, except for the color of the headband, and, you know, change the weapons up, and they could have called that a day and you know, got away with that. But it's really, really nice to see that they've, you know, put that extra details into it, which has gone a long, long way. So again, not much to kind of explain on these as I go through. They're all very, very similar in a way. You know, they're all a Ninja Turtle. The difference in them is obviously the weapons, which I will throw up a picture at the end with them kind of posed. I will just show on the turntable the first time round kind of what there is to offer in each of them. And last but not least, we're going to open up my favorite, which is Mikey, and see what he's all about. Love, love, love this. Super, super happy with them. And like I said, they're all slightly different in the molds. You know, obviously they could have easily, like I said, made them very, very similar in the fact that they are just Ninja Turtles, which is really, really easy to do. You know, they could have easily made them all very the same, like I said, with a different headband. But I really, really like the attention that they've done and changed up them very, very slightly, but enough to kind of get the tick of approval from myself. So, Mikey, my favourite, really, really cool. I love the details. Once again, really, really cool. You know, Mikey has a little bit of a grin on his face, bit of a smile, which, you know, he's the you know, the funny, quirky type one. Likes to have a bit of fun. So it's good that they put that detail in. You can see, like, Raphael, you know, you would have seen has a bit of a grumpier face. You know, I think those little details is what makes it really cool. And the you know, the movement on this, you're not going to be able to see within the video, but, you know, you can move and sculpt this and move the parts around on him, you know, the knees, the legs, everything like that. You can bend and, you know, shape however you really want. So in terms of like posing these, it's going to be really cool. And you could spend hours kind of posing these and making these look really cool in your display. And again, with Mikey, you've got two different hair molds, the pizza, his nunchucks, and a spare headband to kind of pose him how you like. So there we have it. They're the Ninja Turtles. I'm going to have a play as we go, as we speaking right now. You're going to be seeing up on the screen me kind of posing them in different ways. I'm no expert, and you'll be able to tell I'm no expert with posing these, but I will kind of have a bit of a play and see what we can come up with. Hopefully something kind of cool, which would be nice. But I do plan on having a bit of fun with these and making a bit of a display for them in the background. You can see I have a fair bit of Ninja Turtle stuff. I've got, the sodas, the pops. I got a fair few of those, most of the line, to be honest. And I would love to kind of, continue that on with a Ninja Turtle theme and a kind of a Ninja Turtle display with these figures and pops and sodas all together. I think that'd look really neat. But really, really happy with like everything on these. If I move the head around and everything like that, there's not much color difference within the head and the neck. So whether you move it whatever way, it doesn't look too bad in terms of like, it doesn't look like, you can see some figures, if you're moving their head around, you can make it very clear that the head is very much separate. But I think they did a good job of trying to mask the fact that and make it look like one instead of separate parts, which is really, really nice. And overall, super happy with these figures. Like I said, I'm no expert with reviewing these. I'm just opening them up because I enjoy Ninja Turtles and I really wanted the figures. These are, like I said, the 1990 Neca Ninja Turtle set. They do have some of the other characters in it, like Splinter, Shredder, the Foot Soldiers, everything like that, which I think I'll eventually get. But for now, I'm just going to play around with these, see what I can do in a bit of a display, and just have some fun with them. So, hope you guys enjoyed my little play around and my little review of these, a little bit of an unboxing. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, like I said at the start of the video, don't forget to go down and hit that like button to show me that you did enjoy it, and it does go a long way. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let me know down in the comments also, are you picking these up? Do you have these? Did you just watch this to have a look at, some of the figures? But that's going to be it from me. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Enjoy the rest of your day, whenever you're watching this. Morning, night, arvo, whatever it is. Enjoy, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care, guys.